Welcome to the Golden Wallet 60 Plus YouTube channel. The promise to you in every single video on this channel is this. By the time this lesson ends, you will know exactly what to do next. No confusion, no guessing, no wondering if you filled something out correctly. Just clear, confident, step-by-step guidance from start to finish. That is what we do here every single day. So settle in, have your documents ready, and let us walk through today's lesson together, one step at a time. Today, we're focusing on how to safeguard your Social Security benefits and effortlessly navigate the bureaucracy.
Okay, let's jump right into our roadmap. We are going to cover why your earnings record is absolutely critical, break down how working before full retirement age affects your monthly benefit payments, show you how to pull your own records, explain exactly what to do if you find a mistake, and finally, walk through how to handle the tricky paperwork for deceased relatives.
So, starting things off, we really need to talk about a hidden threat to your retirement income. It's a threat that could literally cost you thousands of dollars if you aren't paying close attention. And it all boils down to how the government actually calculates what they owe you.
The magic number here is 35. You see, Social Security calculates your monthly retirement checks based exclusively on your 35 highest paid years of earnings. They look at your entire working life, adjust your earlier earnings for inflation, and basically skim the top 35 years to plug into their benefits formula. But wow, here is where the danger really lies. What if your record is missing a year? Maybe you had some unreported gig work, or maybe there was just a bureaucratic glitch at an old job. Well, the Social Security Administration doesn't just kindly skip over that year. No, they slap a big fat zero into your formula. So if you actually made $40,000 that year, but the SSA has it blank, that zero permanently shrinks your monthly check. Unbelievable, right?
All right, let's pivot a bit to a massive area of confusion. We are going to break down exactly how working before you reach your full retirement age directly affects your monthly benefit payments.
So, picture this. You claim your benefits before your normal retirement age. Let's say you claim at 62, but you decide, hey, I'm going to keep working. Well, you are now subject to the retirement earnings test. Basically, it's a rule meaning a portion of your benefits might actually be withheld if your income pushes past a specific threshold.
So what's the actual damage here? How much is withheld? Well, for the years before you reach your normal retirement age, they reduce your benefits by $1 for every $2 you earn over the lower limit. But during the calendar year you actually hit that magic retirement age, the math shifts. It becomes a $1 reduction for every $3 earned over the upper limit.
To put that into perspective, take a look at this historical data. You can clearly see how these lower and upper limits adjust over time. But please remember this absolutely crucial fact, that withheld money is not lost forever. I know it feels like a penalty, but it actually just defers those benefits. The SSA eventually adjusts your benefit upward to account for the months they withheld, which increases your monthly payout once you hit normal retirement age. Pretty great, right?
So, knowing the high stakes of those 35 highest earning years and knowing how this earnings test works, you're probably sitting there asking yourself, how on earth do I verify my own numbers to make sure I'm not sitting on a hidden zero?
Let's explore exactly how to pull your records step by step so you can navigate your own earnings statement with total confidence.
You basically have two options to check your history. Option 1, you can create a free online account at SSA.gov. This gives you your yearly totals, it's super fast, and yeah, it's completely free. The only downside is it doesn't list your specific employer names. Option 2 is a paid certified statement using Form SSA-7 Form. This form gives you itemized employer details, but honestly, it's usually only needed if you're going through a strict approval process, like applying for a private pension or a mortgage.
And check this out, this is really interesting. Right at the top of Form SSA-7 Form, there is an official warning. It explicitly tells you not to pay for this form if all you need are your yearly earnings totals. The SSA literally wants you to use the free online portal for your basic annual checkup. Save your money!
Now, if you do find yourself actually needing that official paperwork for a legal or financial reason, just be prepared for the fee structure. It's $35 for certified yearly totals, $61 for a non-certified itemized statement, and $96 for a fully certified itemized statement. You can pay by credit card, check, or money order. Oh, and fair warning, you've got to give the SSA up to 120 days to process that request by mail, so don't leave it to the last minute.
Okay, so what's your next move if you do the smart thing, pull your free online record, which, by the way, experts recommend doing every August, and you suddenly notice a massive chunk of your income is missing?
Don't panic, we have the exact solution right here for fixing those bureaucratic errors before they permanently take a bite out of your retirement income. You are going to need Form SSA-7 This is the request for correction of earnings record. Basically, it's your formal way of telling the government, hey, your numbers are wrong for these specific calendar years, and I want full credit for the money I earned.
The actual process is pretty straightforward. First, you just identify the exact gap year in your online record. Next, you have to gather your evidence. You can't just tell them they messed up. You have to prove it with original W-2s, W-2Cs, or self-employment tax returns. Finally, you submit that correction form along with your hard evidence to your local Social Security office. You worked hard for that money, so make absolutely sure you get every penny you're entitled to.
Finally, let's shift gears a bit and explore a more sensitive but highly specific bureaucratic process, handling a deceased parent or spouse's Social Security records.
This is critical. The absolute first thing you must do when a beneficiary passes away is notify the SSA to stop payments. If a payment arrives for the month of their death, do not spend it. Failing to report their death and keeping or spending those deposits is a federal crime. Plus, doing so could completely lock you out of any future survivor benefits.
Once that urgent step is handled, you might need to request their final tax statements to settle the estate or maybe apply for survivor benefits. To get the ball rolling, you have to call the SSA or visit a local field office in person. You'll need to formally authenticate your relationship to the deceased, proving you're the surviving spouse, child, or parents, and you absolutely must provide original or certified copies of the death certificate.
So, for example, if you're applying for parents' benefits, you'll be using Form SSA-7. You'll need to pull together documents like the deceased Social Security number, their W-2s, and birth certificates. And here's a pro tip straight from their documentation. The SSA will actually accept photocopies of W-2s or tax returns, but they absolutely must see the original birth and death certificates. No exceptions. Oh, and definitely don't forget to bring your checkbook so you can easily set up direct deposit while you're there.
And that brings us full circle. We've covered how your 35 highest earnings years dictate your check, how the earnings test works if you decide to claim while working, and the exact forms you need to fix errors or handle a loved one's estate. We've laid out the step-by-step guidance you need, so log in, check those records today, and take full control of your financial future. So I'll leave you with this. Are your highest 35 years fully accounted for, or is a hidden zero waiting out there to shrink your retirement? Find out today.